Hi, my name is Michelle Mack, and I'm a Regents Professor at Northern Arizona University. I'm a plant and ecosystem ecologist, and I've been studying the boreal forests and Arctic tundra biomes for the past 25 years. My prompt for this video is to provide a glimpse into what the world will look like in the early 2030s and to demonstrate transformative change in our understanding of Arctic forests that we might be able to achieve through international cooperation. This transformative change that I'll speak about is about using plant ecology and environmental engineering to counteract the positive amplifying feedbacks between climate warming and wildfire. How can we use our understanding of vegetation fire interactions and social ecological systems to reduce wildfire risks to northern human communities? And moreover, to reduce risk to the globally important stocks of carbon that reside in boreal forests of the far north. Now, in this region, recent climate is hotter, drier, and convective activity is driving more lightning strikes than any other time during the Holocene. The resulting wildfires spread more rapidly and they're burning more deeply into the thick organic soils that have accumulated carbon for centuries to millennia. These soils store, these soils store 1/3 of the organic carbon on Earth, a pool that's at least twice the size of the atmosphere. And more burning leads to more carbon combusted and emitted, driving more warming and more fire. So this is a vicious cycle where fire begets fire. This is impacting the health and welfare of the people that live in boreal and Arctic communities. And it's also impacting global climate and all of the people on this planet. Okay, but what if we could use something as simple as native forests and as plant ecology to slow or even break this vicious cycle? What if we could create forests that are less flammable, where fire spreads slowly and less carbon is combusted, and forests where these new trees regenerate rapidly after fire, naturally sustaining low flammability and high carbon storage into the future? What if we could also draw on traditional ecological knowledge to design forests that are not only less flammable, but that provide benefits to people? Berries, medicinal plants, moose and caribou forage, cultural landscapes, recreational opportunities, biofuels. My research is creating the scientific knowledge that we need to design these new forests for the far north of Alaska and Canada. New forests that are a natural solution to climate warming and to this vicious cycle. I'm partnering with a group of Alaskans and Canadians that include Indigenous scientists, rural and urban communities, land management agencies, and the silvicultural industry. We're working to envision a future where these new forests can protect and sustain communities, cultural resources, even the carbon that drives the vicious feedback between climate and fire. Our collaborative group has been mapping a way forward for the future. So, what will these new forests look like? Imagine communities surrounded by rings of native deciduous forest in a vast landscape of flammable coniferous trees. These deciduous forests are fire dikes, analogous to the earthen dikes on the Mississippi River that protect farmland from spring inundation. These new forests will enrich plant species important for subsistence, medicine, wildlife forage, to enhance food security and support culture in the rural communities that they surround. Also imagine long chains of deciduous forests that link rivers to rocky alpine zones or recently burned areas to lakes and wetlands. Think of these as fire fences that can be used by firefighters to keep fire out of protected areas of the landscape. Fire fences can give firefighters access and enhance their ability to keep fire from moving into sensitive places like caribou overwintering grounds, where lichen forage thrives in old growth black spruce forests. Fire fences could also be used by firefighters to protect lowland ecosystems that sequester large stocks of Pleistocene-aged carbon. Finally, imagine hundreds of square kilometers of wildfire scars seeded or planted to regenerate to native deciduous forests where the return of fire will be slowed, maybe for centuries. Now, our new forests start with disturbance, natural, such as wildfire, or mechanical, such as engineered fuel breaks. After disturbance, we will harness the ecological processes of plant succession, drawing on our knowledge of regional patterns of post-disturbance plant regeneration and of community assembly. And then finally, and maybe most importantly, for the sustainability of integrated social and ecological systems, these new northern forests mirror historic indigenous land use where migratory peoples would seek out recently burned areas with low wildfire risk and flourishing food resources. This history, this last history, plants the seeds for benefits to people that are additional to wildfire protection, termed co-benefits. These are benefits that improve health and well-being and reinforce social adaptation to the stressors of climate warming and ecological change. And we believe that the primary benefits of wildfire risk reduction, together with the co-benefits that reinforce a healthy social ecological system, will protect and sustain both human communities and carbon, breaking the vicious cycle between climate and wildfire. This is my vision for the future.